Hey, it's episode 2. Oh, fuck. It's episode 56 of the Wisdom Podcast. You know what? I'm not even doing season 2 anymore because I can't fucking remember.
Yeah. Just it's 55. I'm only doing the season 2 to separate it on the on the
Yeah.
It's episode
56 of the Wisdom Podcast. How's everybody doing today? And I am only doing that now because we were talking about football, and I want that shit in there still. Like I want you to talk about your football, so I want that still.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously, because we didn't do the intros.
Okay. Yeah, I'm at Tin Can Blues. This is episode 56 to season 30 something. We're pretty sure.
Yeah.
We can't keep it together anymore.
We don't. So. We're trapped in Zoom. We don't even know. It's all the fucking same. It's exactly the same every week.
I can't believe we just started the show without Daniels. He's gonna come back in and he's gonna be like,
dude, I didn't even notice he walked away.
Yeah. Well, sorry, Daniels. We did the intros. Hey, I'm at Eric _83, and I've been watching the second walkthrough of the league here. I've been watching it at work, on the way to work, on the way home from work.
No. He's been watching Justice League Zack Snyder cut on repeat. On repeat since yesterday. He's probably watched it like 4 times.
Man, I don't know. How long is that movie?
4 hours.
Holy fuck. Did you have to take like a nap in the middle of watching it? Like, how the fuck do you like? My ass would start hurting.
Dude, how do you sit at your computer and play video games for 4 hours at a time?
Yeah, but I don't sit there for 4 straight hours.
Okay, so you just pause. You know this button on the remote? It's called a pause button. And I told you like a few days ago, the movie's broken down into chapters. So there's like chapter bookmarks that say just say part 1, blah blah blah, part 2, blah blah blah. So you can fucking watch a part and then pause it or stop it or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Then just continue.
Okay, so it would say part 1.
Yes.
You know, fucking whatever the fuck happens, and then that's like 7 hours long, and then it's like part 2. It's like 7 hours long.
Absolutely,
and like so okay.
Absolutely. Yes, it's not as daunting as you're making it seem. It's not. It's not Apocalypse Now. It's not a 4-hour straight shot movie.
Okay.
There's pee breaks. There's parts you can pause and go to the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah, because Apocalypse Now was like that was a marathon. Like there was nowhere good place to pause in that movie.
That's because it's so good, and it's not. And Apocalypse Now isn't actually as long as Justice League. Apocalypse Now is like 3 hours.
Yeah, it was like 3 hours and 5 minutes or something. Yeah. Apocalypse Now, pretty solid. Not my favorite war movie of all time, but pretty solid.
You don't like.
I get your love for it.
You don't like Lord of the Rings, do you? Like you don't like long.
Lord of the Rings, no, not particularly.
No.
I didn't really like the books either. But I mean, it was.
Did you like Braveheart? That's long as fuck.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan. That movie feels like it's 17 hours.
Yeah, that was a long.
No, it doesn't. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know it feels like it's 17 hours long.
Yeah.
Really?
Hey, Daniels, just to let you know, we are in the show.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're in the show. So everybody, Daniels is here, and here's the glorious intro.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I already did it.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, I already did your intro.
Awesome.
Oh, well, there you go. Fuck.
There you go. Okay.
You know, I was like __ league. That was it.
Justice League. Sorry, Daniels. I wanted to give you some spotlight shine. I guess not.
That's all right.
No, that's cool.
I don't mind getting the rub from Teabag. It's all
good. Nice.
Zing.
I love that it's almost 8 o'clock at night and it's still like sunny outside.
It only gets worse.
What do you mean worse?
Wow.
Jesus.
Do you know what people
that was bleak.
Smoking on your porch? Jeez.
No, it's just why can't it be that it gets darker earlier in the summertime and then it stays lighter in the winter? How come it can't be like that?
Well, because that's not
that wouldn't be very
that works.
Well, fuck the equinox, man.
Hey, Daniels, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Are you starting a salt and pepper sandpaper factory on your face, or what's going on there?
I am. I have a lot if you need it.
Nice.
I gotta say,
by the yard.
You're looking pretty good.
I really love
going tomorrow.
I really love that I'm the oldest person here, and I'm the one with the luscious black hair still.
Wow, I don't know about luscious, but your hair certainly is black. I'll tell you
that. It's fuller than your hair, big guy.
You got more hair on you. You got more hair on your face than your head. That's for sure.
That's
it's like true. Justin is what you look like at the start of Justice League, and I'm what you look like after Justice League is over.
Nice.
You're unshaven. You're bald now. It's like,
but it's a good feeling. It's a good euphoric feeling after. You had a good time, and you probably want to do it again.
I did have a good time, but my big thing. Are we doing this? Are we doing Justice League?
Let's get into it.
My big thing is that this could have. First of all, I loved it. It was fantastic. It could have been 2 movies that you could have released. I don't know, like a few months out. Like you could have released the first part now, and then it would have ended like around the point where like Superman comes back, and that's your end of part 1.
That's like,
and then part 2.
So then part 2 is like 1 hour.
No. There's like fucking plenty that goes on. Like there's still like an hour and a half of fucking movie to go once Superman comes back.
Yeah, but like half an hour of that is like epilogue stuff.
That's fine. It's still a movie, and we're gonna talk about that epilogue because that epilogue is banging, buddy. Banging.
All right.
I love that episode. So it could have been 2 movies. My only issue is that it's going nowhere.
Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed that's going nowhere.
It literally goes nowhere, and that's what I said. Like when I fell in love with the MCU, like not too long ago, was that it goes somewhere.
That's
even when it's done, it's still going somewhere. Like
no,
there's no lead out
anywhere now.
There's no lead out from Justice League. Like there's no like.
Well, there is because like so. I guess if we can just jump ahead to like that dream scene.
Yeah.
With Batman and Joker and all that, right. There's like 3 movies can come out of that.
But
Robin is mentioned. Lois is dead. Aquaman is dead.
Tyson, you've seen like the shorter version of Justice League, obviously.
Yeah.
So you know there's like a nightmare part where like it's all like sand and the world's destroyed and Superman's bad.
Yes. I think so, yeah.
Well, you don't know that Superman is bad in the original Justice League. Like,
okay.
It's just assumed because they're all like all those things are Kryptonian, right? Like,
no, but you know he's bad in the nightmare sequence because he literally like kills Batman.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, like because I guess in the nightmare sequence it's implied that Darkseid comes and takes over the world and enslaves Superman.
So. I guess we should have said spoilers, but so anyway, spoilers.
Lois is late for Justice League.
For the listeners. So Lois is dead. Aquaman is dead.
Yeah.
So like they weren't even in that. Like Aquaman was in like 1 movie, and then this movie, and then they were like, "Nah, we're done with that guy." And then Lois was like in Man of Steel, and then this movie, and then they were like, "Nah, we're done with her." So like, what? Okay. That's I guess pretty.
See, that's and that is the problem.
It's like Game of Thrones ballsy right there.
Well, but like because I mean, just because he's dead doesn't mean you can't have like at least 2 movies of Aquaman before he dies.
Yeah, of course you can.
Like just because he's dead in the sequence doesn't mean the exact next movie. Like that dream sequence would have been a great after credit scene.
Yes, and we don't know when the dream sequence would take place in reality. Because that could happen like 2 years from now. Like Darkseid could take like 2-3 years to get to Earth. So there could be 2-3 years of Aquaman adventures before Darkseid comes and kills him.
Yeah. You just know. I want more underwater Willem Dafoe. Like
fuck yeah.
Dude, if they wrote that right and paced it right, they could have like Aquaman like almost dying in like several movies, and then he's like, "No, I'm okay actually," and then everyone's like, "Oh, I thought he was gonna die," and then
have you not watched Momoa Aquaman? Have you not seen the movie?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
I like Aquaman.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I like the quite a bit.
He brings it's so nice that he's not like in that fucking like green and fucking like orange goldfish.
Yeah, he totally is in the end of the Aquaman movie, and it's amazing.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah,
haven't
he's
seen
so-
the other guy.
Yeah, but he's not a little like he's always seems like such a wiener, you know, and like whenever he's portrayed in pop culture, you know, and then that the way he's like they did good with that. I think they went the right direction. They took some creative liberties with how the character was, and they did the right thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so like that, I mean, and then like also like he mentions like Joker says, you know, okay, I've watched this scene like maybe 10 times now. It's my favorite part of the movie. It's hand down. It just like it gives me goosebumps. Like when you hear that laugh and how no one contacted Sid to play the fucking Joker is criminal. First of all, because when I hear that like that, I immediately was like, oh shit, Sid's in the movie. Like,
he's very Joker impression.
And then he's like, au contraire, my little fish stick, which is another great line. Like, And he's like, oh, he knows, you know, what it's like to lose a loved one. He's, you know, he says father, mother, and then he says adopted son, which can only be Robin.
No, of course it is. Of course. Well, in Batman vs Superman, there's like a whole scene in the Batcave where they literally focus on the Robin suit for like 5 minutes, and it's got like a bunch of Joker graffiti on it and like bullet holes.
Is that the Robin suit?
Yeah, Joker straight up murders Robin.
Suit.
Yeah, it's absolutely the Robin suit.
I was always under the impression that was the suit that fat fake Batman got killed in was it Dark Knight Rises?
No, it's absolutely
oh Jesus Christ! Well, look at me.
Yeah, I know he straight up murders Robin.
So but he does that
there.
off.
I mean, where's the Robin movie?
Yeah,
where's the Robin movie?
They just do that off camera. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, he killed Robin. Like, well, who's Robin? You never introduced him. Well, everybody knows who. Everybody knows who Robin is.
That's why they did it, because fans are all like, "Where's the Robin movie? I want to see Robin get killed by the Joker."
So
maybe it happened later in this like.
Thing.
Well, no, it's
one of the.
It's already happened. Like, yes, it could happen in a movie, obviously, but in the timeline of like the movies, it's already happened. It's in the past tense, obviously. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
But they could absolutely make a movie where it happens.
That scene ends, and my joy was like tainted because I'm like, fuck, like they just gave you like 3 movies that are never going to be made. You have there's no Batfleck, there's no fucking Cyborg even, like
you just got to keep pumping that crave and watching the Justice League, man. If they get enough fucking subscriptions and people to watch that shit, they'll make another one. They'll have to.
But with who? Who's in it? Is Ben Affleck coming back? Because I'm sorry, but Ben Affleck is now my favorite Batman of all time.
He's a pretty good Batman. I'm pretty sure if like Zack Snyder makes a fucking Justice League 2, they'll all show up. They love that guy. They love Zack Snyder.
I hope so. Because
Ben Affleck came back for that whole epilogue. That's all new. They just made that like a few months ago, so that's all new stuff. So Ben Affleck obviously is willing to come back.
It's like I said last night to you guys. It's like, dude, your job is to be Batman. That's your job now. You're not an actor. You're not a fucking director.
You're Batman. That's it.
Yeah,
you're
Batman.
You're gonna make these movies for like 10 years.
Dude,
you're gonna make bank, and then when you're not making the movie, you're going to the hospital to make the kid happy in the Batman outfit. That's your fucking job.
God.
You don't want that job? I'll take that job. I'll do it.
I'll
be Batman.
He's old now.
I know, but like, isn't Batman like old in this storyline?
Yeah.
So I mean, like he's like, you know, he's
old. I mean, he's like, what is he, like 45?
Yeah, he's about 48.
Oh, come on, he's got plenty of life left.
Yeah, but
yes.
But he's not like 30-year-old Batman. He's like, you know, he's seen some shit now. Like, he's put the Joker away like 17 times, and the Joker keeps getting out, and you know, like he's all this shit keeps happening, and you know, he's just sick of it. You know, he's
that. Oh my god!
So
whole back and forth when he starts going, you know, make no mistake, I will fucking kill you. Like that made the movie for me.
I don't know why, man, but Batman dropping F-bombs, it bothers me.
No, it didn't bother you, man. He's a dark dude. He's seen a lot of shit, as we just said. he's been through the ringer with this guy.
Obviously,
And the way like Jared Leto was like shaking and looking at him, like there's a moment there in the Joker's head where he's like, oh yeah, you are gonna fucking kill me. Indeed, you will.
Well, of course you will. Yeah.
But that's what I want to hear from Batman. He's this dark, brooding guy.
Yeah.
Who's been to war for most of his life.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he drop an F-bomb and shoot somebody?
Yeah, that's fair.
Hell
that's
yeah,
fair.
bud.
Yeah, he's not the best of humanity, you know. He's not Superman, you know. He's
No, he's not.
If Superman was like, you know, hey Lois, I'm gonna go save this fucking cat in a tree and then we're gonna go have sex.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a little
super sex, yeah.
Super sex.
I've been watching a lot of Pepe Le Pew cartoons. So I'm going to get you. No, then we'd have a problem. Like then it's finished. But that whole fucking sequence.
I was quite surprised how much better this version of the Justice League movie is than the theatrical version. I was really impressed and surprised how much I enjoyed this one compared to the theatrical.
I liked how like I was saying to you guys how like the movie needed to be that long because they really were leaving no stone unturned in terms of story.
Absolutely.
We now know why Steppenwolf was actually doing what he was doing. Like you know, there's more information about Steppenwolf. I love the cyborg storyline. Like you know, you're putting some emotion to that with his dad. It's not just like apparently I didn't have to be a tin can. Yeah, no, there's like a big like his dad wasn't there. His dad wasn't around. I had no idea about that. Yeah. So,
apparently, Aquaman's girlfriend was British, and now she's not British for some reason.
Yeah, no, it's not British anymore.
Some shit. She saw some shit.
Wait, what?
In the Justice League, Aquaman's girlfriend is British for some reason.
Oh, okay.
And then in the Aquaman movie, she's not British. So
okay.
that was one of my nitpicks. I was like, wait, she's British now? Why is she British? I don't understand.
Wait, who is his girlfriend?
The redhead in Aquaman, Mira.
Oh, okay. You know, probably because she like did that whole abuse thing to Johnny Depp.
Well, no, they filmed Justice League like 15 years ago. So 15 years ago when they filmed it originally, she was probably supposed to be British. So she did a shitty British accent. But then when they redid the Justice League movie,
it's not a different actress.
No, it's the same actress. It's the same actress, just with a shitty British accent.
It's what's her name? Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant that they changed the actress.
No, it's the same actress.
Okay, she just doesn't have an accent, or she does have an accent now.
Well, she has an accent in this movie now for some reason.
Well, I mean, the fucking director, she was like, "I'm fucking British now."
Yeah.
Like,
fuck you.
Right.
No one will ever fucking believe you.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Aren't you a fucking man?
Oh, come on.
I saw that all over Twitter too. Like people were like, "Oh, I'm so glad to see Amber Heard getting her ass kicked finally."
Wow.
Equality, baby.
People don't like Amber Heard. Hey man, she hurt Johnny Depp.
I'm sure Johnny Depp deserved it. He looks like a greasy homeless guy.
Whoa.
Hey man. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. I said it.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right. I said it.
So basically what you're saying is Justice League, they took like the 4 hours that this movie is and they filled it with actual story that helps the movie.
Absolutely.
So all the shit that Joss Whedon was like, nah, cut that. We don't need that. Cut that. Get that out of here. We don't need that shit. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, there's just, they introduced Cyborg and this is the first time they don't have a movie. So they don't know what he's all about. He's just there. So why don't we have
in the original Justice League, they didn't have Cyborg, they didn't have Aquaman, they didn't have Flash, they didn't have any of those fucking guys, like any of their movies.
Yeah.
So like all three of those guys didn't really like.
Well, they had a Flash TV show, and I thought that was good. I was like, okay, I'll watch a show, and then when he's in the movie, I'll know what the fuck's going on. But it was a different actor in the movie. And it was like it was not connected. And I'm like, oh, fucking.
That's the issue. That is the big issue. Like, it's all these different. He's not the Flash. It's like, well, yeah, he is. Like, if you haven't seen the movie, but you watch the TV show, and vice versa, you're like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? And no continuity at all. Like, if they had done WandaVision, but it was like, Vision was the same guy, and then Wanda was played by, like, I don't know, fucking insert actress here.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? I probably wouldn't have been into it so much if it wasn't the same.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Because it really helps you feel like it's the same universe then.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It helps you feel like that. Yeah, the continuity and like, this is it immerses you in it instead of breaking the immersion. Like when you got some other actor, like let's say fucking Dean Cain comes out of retirement to play fucking Superman in the next Man of Steel. You're like, whoa.
Nope. As much as I love it, like we did watch Lois and Clark when we were kids, and I did enjoy it obviously because it's Superman.
Yeah.
But now, like, if Dean Cain were to show up, if I were to hear like Dean Cain as Superman, it'd be like click.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Not interested.
Fuck that. Not after Henry Cavill. It's like, God rest his soul. Christopher Reeve will always be Superman, but Henry Cavill is doing great things with that role.
Yeah, he's tailor made for the role because he already looks like Superman.
Yeah,
I mean he just looks that way. If you saw him, you'd be like, that guy is he Superman? Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah.
He's a big, good-looking dude.
Yeah, like he's fucking. They cast him well. I mean, it probably wasn't hard. They were like, "Hey, look at that guy.
Look at that guy.
He's just fucking strapped some blue shit on him. He fucking looks. He's Superman." But I think
like literally, all you need to do is put something blue on him and curl his hair to the front, and it's
there he
like,
goes.
Superman, there it is.
Yeah.
Also, I will say I don't like that he's in the black suit. I like blue and red Superman. Black suit Superman is kind of like,
They kind of was there not a part where he was in the blue and red?
Yeah, in the nightmare sequence when he's bad.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. That was odd. That was an odd choice.
Yeah.
You know what? Sidebar. I think that he would be a good Bond.
Yeah.
Like if they were to cast a James Bond, because he's British.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have to fake the fucking accent.
No.
And.
Yeah, no, I think he'd be a very good Bond too. Yeah, for sure.
If I can just add to that quick, I think a really good Bond would be Idris Elba.
Yeah, I heard that going around too, and I thought he'd be great as well.
Yeah.
Again, also British. He's a big, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Anybody's gonna be better than fucking Daniel Craig, for fuck's sake. Those were just awful. All of them were awful.
Shut your mouth.
They were awful.
He was all right, I guess.
How dare you? Daniel Craig is the best Bond.
I didn't like him as Bond at all.
That's right. I said it. You know who sucks at James Bond? Pierce Brosnan is a terrible James Bond.
Why?
Yeah, he was my favorite Bond.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it.
You're a bot. This is a bot account.
I'm a bot. No more foreplay. Fuck you, James Bond, and your bullshit. Just do something. Do something else besides fuck girls. Do something else.
That's what James Bond does. He's like, it's like every man's like, secret agent, fucking shooting cool guns, driving fast cars.
Yep.
It's like it's the ultimate dude fantasy.
Daniel Craig does.
That's why it's awesome.
All of that shit.
Daniel Craig gets hit in the nuts by a fucking like spinny tennis ball thing, fucking 200 times.
James Bond nearly gets his head crushed by Zenyatta.
Yeah, this isn't James Bond. This is fucking whatever. I don't know. This is some generic action movie.
Pierce Brosnan was
with fucking 86 fucking jump cuts. It's like, what's going on?
There's a car driving. Gets his head crushed by some chick with her thighs. What are you talking about? Have you even seen GoldenEye?
Yeah, I forgot about that part. Like, I don't know. It's just like 86 jump cuts. Is like, what's going on? I think it's a car chase. I saw a car wheel for 4 nanoseconds, and now it's like there's a roof of a car, and then it's like city, and then it's then it's like.
Did you really like the invisible car chase in Tomorrow Never Dies? Yeah,
come on, that was cutting edge at the time.
No, it wasn't.
That was cutting edge at the time.
No, you know when it was cutting edge in 1932 when they made the Invisible Man. That's when it was cutting edge. Invisible cars aren't cutting edge in 2008.
Yeah, but like, remember he was driving it with his phone, and like that's cutting edge shit. in the 90s.
That wasn't cutting edge either. That was cutting edge in like fucking the Italian Job.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Okay, look. Daniel Craig is the Mark Messier of the Bond franchise.
Oh,
He's very good. He's very, very good. He's not Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan. You think Pierce Brosnan is better than Sean Connery? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, so I would have watched the Pierce Brosnan.
Better than Sean Connery.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like the
fine.
Pierce Brosnan is the Bond of our generation.
More
or less.
I agree. I watched those ones first, and they're not good movies.
No,
I don't know. I like Goldeneye, and I like Tomorrow Never Dies.
I like Goldeneye too. I don't like any of the other ones.
Yeah,
but I do like Goldeneye.
Maybe the last one with him with Madonna, or no, maybe Madonna just does the song or something. Whatever one that one is. The very final one he did, that one was probably the weakest of them all.
Yeah.
But
that's why they got rid of him and hired fucking Daniel Craig.
Well, no, because he was like
aggressively worse.
Also, he was like, I'm 50, you know, like, and I know Sean Connery or whatever, Roger Moore played him until they were probably like 60 or something, but
different era though.
You know, he was like, well, it's enough of that shit, you know.
So I guess to circle back to Justice League.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I think I you know, it's just disappointing that it's not going anywhere for me.
Okay.
I think you should wait. I think in a couple of months you'll start hearing some like rumblings or things about like that might be happening out of that. I think there's lots of things they could spin out of. They set up another Aquaman. They set up Wonder Woman. Like they set up Wonder Woman going back to the Amazons. They could easily have another Superman out of this.
Do you think they have this shit in the works, like it's planned already, or do you think they're just like gonna cook some bullshit up later to make some money? Or
no, they'd already planned all this stuff, and then they changed their mind, so they could easily just go back to the plan they already had.
Yeah, well, or like Ray Fisher back, and
can't have Justice League without Ray Fisher.
They just like they got to be careful with like.
I know. I like Ray Fisher. If
I know. Iron Man 2, and then the next Iron Man, it's like fuck. I don't know, like Ray Fiennes. Like, are you happy with that?
They did that. War Machine was different in Iron Man 2.
They did do that, and Hulk was different.
Who was War Machine?
Oh my god! It was
Don Cheadle all the way through.
Yeah.
No.
Terrence Howard was War Machine in the first one.
Yeah, he was.
He just wasn't War. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, they had a something, and Edward Norton was the Hulk in the Hulk movie, and then it was Mark Ruffalo and everything else.
Yeah,
because both actors just didn't get along with.
I thought you watched all these movies already.
Well, so the Iron Man movie, I would have. That's like we're going like that's like
2007.
Well, no, but I would have first. So yeah, I would have first watched it like around then. But going back and watching all these movies, I mean, shit, dude, I started when Wanda started, so that would have been like now like
Wanda ended 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about?
So, but we were watching. I would have watched Iron Man first, which would have been 11 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's a long time, dude.
It's only like that's 4 months.
Wanda was 9 weeks long.
How many weeks are in a month?
4.
Okay, so 4 times. So then that's less than 3 months ago. Less than 3 months.
So 9, 10, 11 weeks.
Less than 3 months ago. Bro. Less than 3 months ago.
Fuck, potato, guys. Come on.
We're talking about Justice. We're talking about the glory that is Justice League.
All right.
It's pretty glorious. It's pretty glorious.
It is. I do actually. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. I do have a quote from Shroot One. If you guys can still hear me.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I didn't see what he said or hear what he said. So cool.
No, I asked him for a quote through text.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So from Shroot One, Justice League: The Snyder Cut redeems all previous DCEU movies. It's a shame they won't be going forward with that arc.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I think it redeems all of the Zack Snyder movies for sure. Absolutely.
But it's a shame they're going. That's what the arc they're going with. That's what he said?
He said it's a shame they're not going with that arc.
Oh, okay, I see.
So he's in the same camp I do. It's like this is so like this part of it is over.
Yeah.
He was actually saying to me last night he thinks they're going into reboot mode.
Oh no, really?
Exactly. Which I was like, fuck no.
Well,
like the last thing we need is a goddamn reboot of all this shit.
They are making a Flash movie, and Flash will be the same actor, and they've already shown in Justice League that Flash can reverse time and change time. So like Ben Affleck is going to be in the Flash movie, so he's already come back as Batman. So you get that. So that's how they're probably going to change it so that Ben Affleck doesn't have to be Batman anymore. They're going to make it so that he goes back in time, changes shit, and then it'll be whatever.
They can't do that. They can't stop making Ben Affleck.
You don't know how time works. You don't know how time.
Dude, why they're not making a Jared Leto, Ben Affleck, Batman, Joker movie right now? Right now is criminal. It's criminal.
It was one scene. They were in one scene,
which was a fantastic dude. That scene was better than the entire original Justice League, and I love that movie.
Can I ask you a question? What about Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker? Is that just a one-off that has nothing to do with anything? It's they're not going to throw that. That's just
it's
that's another thing that's confusing because you're like, so now is he the Joker or what the fuck's going on? Like
you get an origin story and then it's like we're like, all right, we're moving on.
Yeah, like you do an origin story. I haven't actually seen the Joker yet because I've been waiting for it to come out on Netflix or something. And so I'm like, okay, so I'm going to watch his Joker origin, which he's never had an origin. It's kind of was part of his.
Tyson, you know where you can watch Joker?
Is it on HBO?
Of course, it's on HBO.
No, it's on just regular Crave.
Is it on just regular?
Oh, is it?
It's on just regular Crave.
Yeah, it'll be
everything up. They put the original Supermans are up there.
I know. I'm trying to sell Tyson on Crave.
Hey, I had Crave, but every time I went to watch anything on Crave, it was like, you need to have HBO. I was like, well, I'm not paying I just paid $8 a month. I don't want to pay fucking $20 a month on top of the $8 a month.
I think it's only like $20 altogether though.
Oh, okay.
It's $20 altogether.
Yeah.
Okay. HBO is not that great that I got to pay triple the Crave price just to see
it. That's what I
HBO is not that good that I have to do that.
No, it is that good. Because you get Showtime too, dude. I have value in it, and I don't know. I said this a few episodes ago. Like Crave,
I think Crave is awesome. I think Crave is awesome.
It blows the other streaming services out of the water for me,
except for Disney.
Yep. Yeah, but then I'd have like Disney Plus for what's going to be $12 a month. Then Netflix, which is already $12 a month.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have Amazon Prime, which is like $8 a month. And
get rid of Amazon Prime. You do not need Amazon Prime.
Well, I already have it for Prime shipping. It just comes with it.
But how much do you actually use Prime shipping?
Frequently.
Do you really? Like personally or like for work?
No, personally.
What the fuck are you ordering so much of?
Like tools and trinkets and Nintendo Switches and stuff. You know?
Yeah, I have an Amazon problem.
No, I get hand tools and power tools and batteries and shit for work, like saws and crap, like all the time. If I lose a screwdriver, I get a couple more shipped on Amazon in like 2 days.
Is that like a business write-off for you?
No,
you do that?
No, it's like $20. I get like a couple of really good screwdrivers. I usually leave one in a ceiling fucking somewhere, and then I'm like, fuck, and then I order another one. And
how many screwdrivers are littered the ceilings of the town?
Several dozen.
Well, I want to know why
guaranteed.
I want to know why they're not calling you and being like, "Hey, you left your screwdriver here. Come get it."
I don't know. How often do you like look in the tiles of your ceiling? Like if you had drop ceiling,
I would notice a screwdriver in my ceiling.
No, but like drop ceiling.
He means like above like the panel, not like somebody threw a pencil.
Yeah, I don't walk in and I'm like, I'm here to fix your shit, Funk, and like huck a screwdriver into the ceiling.
But you're on the ceiling and you just put your screwdriver there. It's
because like when you let me just paint a picture. So like imagine that my hands that are around my nose area is like a ceiling, and I'm like in the ceiling with my head looking and fixing at pipes, and then I put shit down in the ceiling.
Oh, okay, like inside the ceiling.
Yeah, in the ceiling because it's my shelf, and I'm working, and then I get the fuck out of the ceiling, and I'm like, well, and then I just leave because I get sidetracked because and I'm like, fuck, where's that screwdriver? Well, it's in the ceiling. I
don't know why I thought you were just like pushing it into the ceiling and just like leaving it hanging there.
The Dr. Nick Riviera of plumbing in this.
Hi, everybody.
To be fair, I was quite vague about. I just said ceiling, like I knew, everybody should know what I was talking about.
Obviously, I should have, Assume you're not just like damaging everybody's ceiling with your screwdrivers.
Anyway, so that's why I have Prime, and I mean, like, Prime hasn't fucking changed. There's like 4 different movies on there since I've had it in like 2 years.
That's why I got rid of it. I was like,
this
this
is
is useless to me.
Yeah,
I only like order shit really around Christmas time. So I mean, like if I wanted to like get it, like pay like the $9 for a month in like November or December and order all my shit. But for the streaming service,
and the free shipping cuts like $20 off sometimes. You know, because all the free shipping. Yeah. And this Switch, no shit, came. I ordered it on Monday. I got it on Wednesday, and that's in Jasper. That's not in Edmonton or something where you'd expect that. This is in fucking, fucking One Horseville. It's. But yeah,
I'm just saying, like it would be an option. Like if you knew someone that had Prime, and you could just be like, hey, here's money. I'm gonna order this, and then you yourself could cancel it, and then you put that money into at least Crave. I mean, at least Crave. Like, Crave.
Well, because all the South Parks are on there too, right? And I like that. So, like I would, like, if there was a way for me to get the shipping without the Prime Video, I would pay that, because Prime Video, half the time you click on something and it's like, well, you can rent it.
No.
You're like, well, fuck off. What the fuck? Don't display it in the same. Like, have another app or something, because every time I click on something, like, Prime really is bullshit, and I don't like it, but
it's the worst.
It's the worst by far. It's the worst.
It is.
And
there is a few things on there I like, but
it's up there with Hulu and shit, man. Like, it's just terrible.
You know what? I liked Hulu despite the commercials, because it was like the next day you got the new episodes of shit.
Yeah. See, and this is what I really like about Crave, and I'm sorry if I've said this before, but like I love the Crave and like the HBO, because like I like watching Bill Maher. I like Last Week Tonight. I like watching the Circus on Showtime, but they have an on-air feature.
Yeah.
So you can watch things. I mean, it's almost like their own little TV station.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have to like. Because they'll do that. Like, Bill Maher is on Fridays, but they don't put the episode up till Saturday. But I can watch it live on air.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoy that feature, and that's why. Plus, like, other documentaries, like on HBO, like
they're really good documentaries. They do. Hey, did you watch that? Did you watch that one about Woody Allen?
Oh, buddy, I don't even want to go near that one just yet.
That's fair.
That one seems like it's gonna be like a fucking I'm in a good place right now, and I get enough bad news from like Bill Maher and fucking Jamie Oliver.
Are you a big fan of Woody Allen then? Is that what you're saying?
No, not really. I mean, Annie Hall is a good movie.
I like Annie Hall. Yeah, and I do.
Look, he's really hiding in plain sight. I mean, all of his movies, he plays like a neurotic
75.
He's really just playing himself. Who's just chasing like younger women.
Absolutely, every movie.
What he did in real life, but like you hear from people that maybe Mia Farrow isn't really like the greatest person either.
Yeah.
But I get enough bad news from all these other shows. I don't need to be hearing about child sex and shit like that. Like that.
That's fair.
It's just too much of a bummer. But no, I would not. If they were like, we're taking all the Woody Allen films and we're getting rid of them, I'd be like, all right, or whatever.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah.
Dude, you know what? Since I got rid of all my Twitter that is like anything hockey or anything news related, I only get like football news. And I'm much happier, because when I go to the news, it's like so-and-so is a manager, so-and-so good, here's a goal of the year or whatever.
Nice.
And like there's zero, I get nothing about what the fuck is what bad shit is going on in the world. I'm like, fucking, this is awesome.
It's probably way better.
Twitter is really my window into like the bad part of the world. I did that on Facebook.
Well, because it's news, right? You're getting
all that shit on Facebook. I joined a bunch of like Seinfeld groups and Office groups and shit like that. So my news feed is like people I know and funny shit. That's it.
Yeah.
And then if I want to see, what's going on in like the third ring of hell today, I'll open up Twitter and then you just, or even Instagram for that, because Instagram comments
Oh, dude,
They,
yeah.
It rivals YouTube for like just failed.
I don't delve into the Instagram comments.
Oh,
man.
it's
No, not
it's
even.
theater. I mean, it's theater for me. I mean, I know some of these people are real
Yeah.
and they're saying some pretty hateful shit, but you'll see like I don't know, some like black girl from like the inner city gets accepted to like Harvard, like full scholarship, and it'd be like, yay, good for her. The hands up blessed thing. And then it just like, and then you keep going down, it's like, oh, fucking Biden's ruining America. And then it's just like, and then you just like, then you just go deeper into the. But I was just like, where, how did we get from like, you know, girl goes to Harvard to like fucking, well, Biden's ruining like immigration.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It always gets there, doesn't it?
It always does. It doesn't matter what the post is.
That's why it's beautiful just to delete everything and quit fucking doing that. Because my blood pressure's probably lower. Like I feel better. Yeah. I'm not constant like what the fuck dumb shit are the Oilers doing today, or like what the fuck dumb shit is the world doing today. I just don't care. I don't look at it. It doesn't.
That's awesome.
I avoid it. If someone's like, hey, did you hear about it? I'm like, nah, fucking don't tell me. Like I don't want to know.
The thing is, like, it really doesn't affect me emotionally because these are fake. Whether it's a real person saying something at all, like I just look at it and it's like it doesn't anger me. That like like I say, like Instagram comments, YouTube comments, Twitter. It's just theater for me. That's all it is.
No
entertainment.
It's pure theater.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah. Well, that's what social media is to me. It's entertainment. I don't take any stock of what anybody says on fucking Twitter.
I have a mental image of you just rifling through Twitter on your phone, smoking a cigarette on your patio. The sun's on your face. You're all happy, and now you're like, deep breath in. I'm entertained.
Well, those people better watch it because it might turn into what is it? What's the cutscene? Is it the end of Age of Ultron where it's just Thanos like, fine, I'll do it myself?
Oh yeah,
they grab like the magic phone and fucking like, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah. I had it with all that shit. I hit a switch, and I don't know if it was a combination of the Oilers and just everything that was. I was just like, I've had enough of hearing about it. Every time I open Twitter, it's like COVID kills more people and nobody's doing anything about it. And I'm like, I know. I don't want to know anymore. I just want to just get rid of that shit for a little while. And
that's awesome that you did that. You made the decision. I'm really happy that you did that, actually.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a conscious decision. It was just like a kind of like a little thing snapped in my head, and I was like, that's it. That's enough.
No, I do make fun of you in your Twitter all the time. But there is always a little part of me that's like, wow, he's really gonna like rage out one day and just like himself up. And then literally it's something in the back of my mind when you're like 50. If you were like 50 and you were still doing the same crap on Twitter that you were doing at like 30, I'd be like, dude, fuck, whoa, just calm down.
What was that documentary that came out not too long ago on Netflix? It's called like The Social Code or something.
Yeah, it's like, something like that.
So Katie is watching it, and she's like, "Oh, you should watch this. It's good." I'm like, I don't need to watch that because I understand social media. Yeah. It makes people fucking loopy.
Yeah.
Sometimes people will go so far as to read a comment from some bot and then do the unthinkable to themselves.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't need to watch that shit because I already understand it, and it doesn't affect me at all.
It's the shit that happens on there, like.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But I mean, like, for that, I mean, it's like, fuck. I mean, come on. If and maybe this makes me sound like a boomer, but it's like, if you're letting someone that you've never met or even talked to in real life, and all you know about them is their little fucking profile picture, and it's driving you to these extreme. It's not social media, man. There's something up with you. I know, but not. But it's
I agree. No, I agree.
Turn your
like
fucking computer off.
I do agree with that, but like I just feel like we're not designed as people to have like 8 billion people just constantly screaming. And if you have like 17 million people every day telling you you're garbage, that's
Yeah.
gotta
Then
like
you
it's
just turn
gotta
off your computer and go like, they're fucking wrong.
Yeah, like fuck
Yeah,
those guys,
yeah,
and then just
of
shut it
Turn your
off.
shit off, and then yes,
Fucking
you
log
absolutely
out.
I suppose
yeah, you should
that's
absolutely
easy
delete
to
your
say.
shit.
Yes.
Delete whatever social
Yeah.
media you have
Yeah,
because
you
it's
should.
not the place for you.
Social
No.
media is horse shit, man. Just stick to your
Yeah.
like if you're gonna
Yeah,
if you're gonna use it, like first of all, Facebook is fucking trash. It is
Yeah.
complete. It's just bombarding with advertising and fucking media and shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it well, they're all kind of bad like that.
Yeah.
You know, I just like
Yeah.
I really on Instagram, all I get is literally who I follow, and it's all just like podcast shit and you know, like fucking you know, Connor McDavid shit once in a while and you guys stuff, you know, and
Yeah.
Twitter was like is literally exclusively football shit now. It's nothing else.
No.
See, it's funny to me, and I guess is it the advertising? Why Facebook is so? Because you say Facebook is trash, but you're still on Twitter, and that just to me is like that doesn't
Well,
make
there
sense.
is a lot of that on there too, but I've filtered it all away, and that seemed
Right.
easier. And there's no like this Twitter is like I'm just some random username on there, and
Sure.
like I can just you know it doesn't matter. Like I just you know say shit about football or whatever, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
fair.
like Tyson said this. It's like there's no my kid on there. There's no nothing on there.
Yeah.
You know, there's the odd picture on Instagram of my kid, I think, but for the most part, it's like pod stuff and just us.
When people start having like Instagram accounts for like their kid, like they have a separate account, it's all dedicated to their kid or like their fucking dog and shit. I'm like, no.
Or like their kid's stuffed animal, and you're like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
it's like no.
I saw
I'm not
that on there.
following
I was
your
like, what the
fucking-
fuck?
I'm sorry. I like you. I'm not following your fucking kid on Instagram.
Yeah.
No. I mean, but I like I don't mind putting pictures of Tommy up, and I understand like some people don't, but like all of my family is all on the other side of the country, so without a Facebook or like an Instagram, they would have no way to see him, and I don't use like fucking email. Like I'm not emailing 100 people.
No, and you're not going to email you can't email that large of a shit like format like file anyway.
Right.
You're not going to email fucking 30 pictures. Like it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why Facebook is such a handy tool because I can share my son with my family. But yeah, I mean, I've said this before on the show. Like I love ads. Give me more. Pitch me your fucking product. Pitch me.
I was on board with all that shit too because I was like, hey, this is some cool stuff. But I got that fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on, or fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me thing, where I got this ad on Facebook like years and years ago for this fucking fluffy winter coat that just looked, it was like made in Canada, blah, blah, blah. They fucking totally suckered me in with all this buzzwords and shit.
Yeah.
And it looked great on the picture of it. I was like, fuck, this is going to be the warmest fucking thing. I'm going to look good. I'm going to feel good. This is going to be great. And it, I fucking ordered it and it was like this. It was like, $110, big slash through it, $75. I'm like, it's on fucking sale. How could I not? I fucking bought that shit up. It showed up and I was at work and he was like, hey, your jacket showed up. I don't think you're going to be very happy though. I'm like, oh, so I get home and the thing looks nothing like it looks not even, it's like, it's the same color.
It's like a used jacket.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the same color. It's got like roughly the same pocket locations, and it's not good for winter whatsoever at all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck those motherfuckers. And like you could just tell this thing has just been like, this is like they make 400 of these things a minute in China and ship them out under this fucking Canadian label or whatever. And I'm like, fuck, it's just a knockoff. It's a fucking knockoff.
That same thing happened to me, only it was on Amazon. I was looking for a new winter coat. And then I see this one, it looks great. Like, and it says like made for extreme cold weather. I'm like, well, that's me. That's us. So I ordered like the biggest size, and then I'm waiting, and this thing comes, and it was like I don't even know if Katie still has it. It was like a zip up hoodie. That was I don't know how big a 2X in China, but it's a small here in Canada. Like,
yeah. I'm pretty
So,
sure
like,
I have to
literally,
order extra
like,
large.
I opened it up and I was like, this isn't a coat. This is like the lining for a coat. So I gave it to Katie. I was like, you want a new sweater? Like, you can have my winter jacket and you can use it as a sweater in the springtime.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, I mean, we've all been hoodwinked before. I mean, I don't know.
That was it. That was the last time. If any one of those things, like those fucking cool videos, was like, check out this cool fucking tool for work. And I'm like, no, fuck you. That's fucking bullshit. I just would scroll right by it. Or like, hey,
So
look at this fucking cool pair of socks. Like, nope.
Facebook to Tyson is that last scene in Justice League where it's just like a dust bowl and Superman is bad.
Yeah, pretty
Oh
well.
no,
Yeah.
he found us.
Oh shit.
I think that's Facebook for a lot of people. That wouldn't, yeah.
It's pretty much all social media. Like that's what I equate all
Yeah.
social media. You go onto Twitter, you're in danger of bad Superman finding you.
You're in danger. You have to talk to the Joker, and he tells you how he killed your son.
Yeah, you have to bring the Joker. Oh, that was another thing about that is the Joker is sitting there in like a SWAT vest, right?
Right. Yeah.
If you were paying attention, when they showed the front of him, there were a lot of badges on that SWAT vest. Like he killed a lot of cops.
So many cops. Yeah.
I did that to Katie because I had to show Katie that scene, and I'm like, look at all the badges he's got on that.
Yeah, so many cops.
Joker's been busy.
Yeah. And you know that happened before Evil Superman. Like he escaped and he was like on the rampage for a while.
Oh yeah.
He's been wearing that crusty, dirty vest with badges for a long time.
There was like 15 badges on that thing.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, dude, if we ever get a chance to talk to Potterface about the social media stuff too, because he got rid of everything, but for a while he was still on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point he was like, nope. And then, you know, we haven't heard from him on Twitter since.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we can get his opinion on that because that guy's got a higher IQ than all three of us combined. I mean,
does he still?
I'm pretty fucking smart here.
What are you saying? Am I not?
Okay, since he's got such a high IQ, does he even listen to us anymore? Or is he kind of like over us?
He might have stopped so his IQ quit dropping.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, he's a pretty smart cat. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's pretty smart.
Yeah, we'll have to get him on one of these days, and or if we, I'll text him one of these days. See, hey, we're gonna talk about social media on the show. Get your ass on here.
You probably just hang up on me.
He might. He'd be like, I don't even want to talk about this fucking shit. So I'm like, oh, well, fair enough, man. Okay.
Yeah.
But good for him. I mean, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. Like if it affects you in that negative a way, then yeah, don't be on there. But for me, these are all faceless clowns to me. These people do nothing. I could have 17 million people call me a fat shit, and I can be like, well, they're kind of right. And then it's like,
yeah, and then that's it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just thick-skinned or if it's just like a general understanding of how the tool is supposed to work.
I hear
could
you there.
never be trolled. I could never be trolled. Like,
if I got fed that like some bullshit about having like, you know, like fucking Hobbit feet or something, you know, or some Oompa Loompa fucking bullshit. It just kind of rolls. I don't really care, man. I've been
Mighty Mouse. Do you have a complex about being short?
Yeah. Like I really don't, because like I've been dealing with it for my whole life.
Yeah.
There's really not much I haven't heard. So but like probably if anyone tried to come at me, I'd be like, nah, fuck, I can do better than that, man. Like, come on.
Yeah. See, that's why I would say like Facebook would be the bigger problem, because that's people you know.
Yeah, that's
and if you're being bullied on there by people you know, like you know, if you're a kid and you're in school, yeah, I could see like that being a big problem. Which is why I'm gonna try.
See, that's why I feel like it's kind of a combination, like because I'm assuming everybody that has Facebook has Twitter. Well, not everybody, but if you have Facebook, that's all your friends, and if they're saying all this shit about you that Twitter's saying about you, like it's you're getting double fucking shit in the face.
You can say it.
But then
double
again,
teamed.
because
You can
like,
say it.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like again, like I'm in a sense of like, okay, well, you're not my friend anymore. Unfollow.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's fair.
and
That's
it's
fair.
like,
Yeah.
because like, look, like I was a bigger kid in school. I had my set of like, visual
Yeah.
inadequacies. I was also socially retarded, like as a fucking kid. I probably still am a little bit, but
Yeah.
like, and I caught it a lot, and it affected me a lot, but never to the point of like where it's like, oh, maybe they're right. And you multiply that by like all my years of experience now, it's like if I had one friend, okay, then you're my one friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Of course.
I'm quite content to just like be like, all right, well, this is my life. I got my video game, and
Yeah, absolutely.
and I'm good. And if people think I'm a fat shit asshole, which again is kind of I'm touching my nose on the nose, then so be it, But it'll be interesting, like for like Tyson and I trying to navigate that in the coming years when the kids are getting older.
Yeah.
This kid, kid X has a phone and has like an Instagram account or whatever.
Do you both have like?
He's gonna come home. How come I don't have a phone? Where can I have an Instagram account?
So
I'm gonna say yes to that one. After I'm gonna talk to Inga obviously first.
But you both have a strategy for like how you're gonna deal with your kids.
No parent has a fucking strategy. You call audibles every single day of your life.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I'm sure like you have some
every single day is like, okay, what's the play? There's no fucking plan. No plan.
Okay, well,
none.
Like
Zero.
Like I would be inclined to let Tommy do that, but I would be very much explaining to him like, look, if somebody says something that you don't like, click, and you don't have to see what they say about you anymore.
Yeah.
And if it's something that's also like spilling over into the playground, well, then we'll go and we'll talk to the teacher. You know what I mean? But I would never want. I want him to know that he's bigger than anything like says about him. Like the only opinion he has to worry about is mine and his mother's. That's it.
Yes.
And if somebody doesn't like you, like, I mean, it's easier said than done, but just explain to him, like, look, there's always the next thing. Like, if this person doesn't like you, fuck them. Move on to the next person.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And if you have to say to them literally on the playground as a 7-year-old, fuck you, I will defend you to the principal if I have to. Like, hey, the kid understands context. The kid was bugging him. He told him to go fuck himself. I don't understand why.
What do you want?
Right
yeah. It's better than punching him in the head. And that was probably the next step.
Swear.
Yeah.
Swear. If that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
All about this, kids. Your head. Use your head.
And I've already you've already seen the bullshit that happened in this town on Facebook with bullying and cyberbullying and all that shit with kids. Like, fucking no, I'm not gonna like.
Rise above it. Rise above it.
Facebook's gonna be nowhere near my house. With him,
you're bigger than the school. You're bigger than this town. Your options are limitless. There's a world out there besides this fucking town,
and your little fucking circle of, or like that fucking those like 6 fucking dickheads who are in a clique that for some reason people think are, but like that's what I'm gonna say is like you could be like a follower and like like if there's a kid that's a bully or whatever and everybody follows that kid around because he's the bully. Like you could be the follower, you could be a leader, man. You could lead and defend or like be part of the defense of all these other kids. Like if someone's getting bullied, fucking step in there. That's bullshit.
You're the hero, man.
Yeah, be the guy, because people are gonna love you at this way. And then the people that love you are gonna be the ones that you want to be friends with, not the other ones that are fucking dickheads. So
absolutely,
you lead them like a king.
maybe not like this, but you know what I mean. It's like you're gonna make better friends this way than you would if you're a dick. Like following this fucking dickhead around. And
absolutely,
I understand how hard that is because I knew like really good guys in my grade that were kind of dickheads because of other outside influences, and like they weren't actually like that. Like I knew them. They weren't. It's just the way it was. Like you're fucking 16. You're stupid.
Yeah.
I was stupid at 16. Like
But Falcon
Wow.
and the Winter Soldier is rad. You guys should watch that shit.
Man, that's
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Get on that shit.
It
man.
is. I am. What am I? 7 minutes into the first
Are you
episode.
7? Okay, so I guess you're in the middle of the awesome action scene at the beginning.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
He
so
just jumped out of the plane.
so there's like an awesome action scene at the beginning. It's fucking rad. It's like it's movie quality. It's like these shows are definitely
Movie quality.
not yeah, they're definitely movie quality, and they're not regular fucking TV. Like you see those like the Flash on CW or whatever, and the fucking action in that movie. Those shows are so shitty and lame and cheap.
Yeah, it's all about like the drama and like
Yeah.
the fuck, you know.
It's not. It's all about the teenager fucking romancy garbage nonsense. That
Yeah, it's like about making Twilight, except
yeah,
with
right. It's like fuck, like Flash and Iris are married. Just do it. Just get married and then go fight a bad guy. That's
Yeah.
But yeah. So and then the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is really awesome. So then there's the first action scene that you're on right now, and then the story I feel like is gonna be really really amazing and awesome, and it's basically gonna be about Sam and Bucky's PTSD after the blip. Like they both blipped
Mhm.
for 5 years, and now they're back. So now they have to deal with the repercussions and the PTSD of being back.
And also like that's the start. Like Falcon is like looking at Captain America's shield, and he's like,
Yeah, absolutely.
and that little audio clip plays. It's like,
yeah,
what do you think when you see that? And it's like, I think it's someone else's. And then
Yeah.
it's like, well, it's not.
They're-
And then
they're-
it's like the scene ends, and then it's awesome action. And
I absolutely think they're going to ask the question, there's going to be a plot in the show where it's like, why can't Sam be Captain America? And
yeah,
I'm hoping the answer is because the US government is which it's pretty obvious what the US government is going it's pretty obvious that they should make it seem like the US government is the reason that Sam can't be Captain America.
okay. Do you think like Chris Evans, like as an old guy, is gonna make an appearance and be like, "Yo"?
I could see I could see him showing up for like a scene where he does like a pep talk.
Yeah, where
Sam.
like at the towards the end, where like he's having like a rough go. You know what I mean? And
yeah, absolutely.
He's having a rough go. It's like it's a big thing that's got to go down, and like old guy Captain America shows up and he's like blah 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 blah, and then like Falcon's like, "You want to come along?" And he's like, "Nope, I don't think that I will." And then like that's it.
Will.
And there's a really cool, like I guess I think Bucky or Winter Soldier's story so far is really interesting and different. He's basically kind of trying to atone for being the Winter Soldier. That seems like what his story is going to be, trying to atone for being the Winter Soldier. So
yeah, but wasn't he under like mind influence?
Yeah, but if you kill like 400 people, whether you're mind controlled or not, you still got to deal with that when you're no longer mind controlled.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, like you still got to be like, holy shit, I did these things. Like I'm sure that people that you murdered and their families don't really care that you were under mind control. You murdered people. Yeah, so like
it wasn't me. It was Hydra.
Yeah, I didn't do it. Yeah.
They just gave me this cool arm, and then
they didn't even do that. Wakanda did that.
Oh yeah, Wakanda gave him that cool
Yeah,
arm.
they didn't do shit except make him kill a bunch of people.
Oh yeah, right.
But yeah, so overall, my thoughts are it's a good start. I'm really into the show, and everybody should get Disney Plus and watch Falcon and Winter Soldier, so that when we talk about it every Friday, you know what we're talking about and you pay attention.
Does anyone know how many episodes?
There's 6.
6?
Yep.
Only 6, eh?
Yeah, there's 6, and they're all about an hour. Between like
so do
40 minutes and an hour.
we know like timeline? Is this after Wanda, during Wanda?
It's probably during Wanda.
All I know from the first 7 minutes, it's after Endgame. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's all after Endgame now. Yeah.
Well, they're really setting up that phase 4.
Yeah,
it's almost like they knew there was going to be a pandemic, and they were like, "Yeah, we're going to release a bunch of TV shows that are going to be ready for that fucking when everyone's stuck at home, and then by the time everyone's out of home, we're going to start releasing movies again, and all the TV shows are going to tie into the movies
too. They've got like 4 movies ready to go too. They could release 4 movies tomorrow, and like they'd be ready to go.
God bless them.
Yeah, man.
I know it's the golden age of cinema with like superhero cinema.
Yeah,
I don't know if
wish
there's
DC
been
would get in on that.
there's been nothing like this ever, like a storyline that spans like 20 fucking years. You know, at the end of the day, that's probably, and if they keep making money, it's no way they're going to stop. It's going to be like, you got to go back to like watch movies that were made in 2007. Then you can watch the VR Captain America, but you can't watch it yet. You got to, because it all ties in together.
They are literally just going to do comics in movie form, so they could go on for years, like decades, man.
Yeah,
and they'll just keep doing different stories and like
do you think anyone
characters and
do you think that anyone, like the audience, is going to get sick of it? They're going to be like, fuck, that's enough superhero.
Well,
like, kind of like how they got sick of westerns, you know?
We know our other colleague that's here sometimes is not a fan of superheroes, so I do think there's obviously there's audience people that don't enjoy superheroes, so yeah, of course there will be.
Obviously there's going to be like the hardcore comic fan that's going to love the shit forever.
Yeah, of course.
Like the casual fan who knew nothing about the comics, like me, or like I think Daniel's probably, you knew about comics, eh? I didn't know anything about comics.
I didn't know shit about the comics. That's why I didn't. Yeah. That's why I didn't identify with any of the characters, because I didn't know who the fuck they were. The only thing I know about Batman and Superman is from the Christopher Reeve Superman and the fucking like all the Batman movies.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't read comics, but I knew enough from the movies that's what drove me through. But like it's like, oh, Iron Man, I'm like, who the fuck is Iron Man? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Who's this other guy? Captain America. Oh, fucking
and that's why that's why the movies are so good, because it's not the Iron Man or Captain America. It's who they are that you care about.
What's the story? So, like, for me, as a casual person who's not a comic book fan, you could release Marvel movies for the rest of my life, and I'll go see them all.
There you go.
I'm in now. I'm invested. I'll never get sick of that.
There you go. And that's probably a lot of people. So chances are they probably won't get sick. There's always going to be people that are sick of it and like don't watch. But that's the same with like every genre: Western, horror, sci-fi, romantic comedies. I think
it just seems like things trend. Like they trend. It's like, and then after a little while, they kind of die off a bit, and then maybe they come back or maybe they don't.
For me, it's like it transcends. Like I'm not watching a superhero. Like I'm not thinking of it like, oh, cool, a superhero movie. I'm thinking of it like it's a movie.
Yeah.
With these people are in it, like, but the story is so good.
Yeah.
That's what's captivating me. It's not that people are like whizzing around and fucking.
That's what blows me away with all like the fan theories and stuff. It's like when shit's going on in these movies or TV shows or anything. When shit's going on, it's like I don't know what the fuck's going on, and then all the comic people are like, "Oh yeah, no, this is what's going on." You're like, what?
Absolutely.
How the fuck do you know? And they're like, this happened like in the 80s in the comics, in like this when this artist was drawing it. This is like, and you're like, oh, okay. And like, and they're like, no, that's completely unrelated to like the rest of like, the comics. But that's just when that one artist was drawing it. So like they're doing that story. It's like the Dark Knight is like that whole Dark Knight trilogy is based on like one artist doing. Yeah. And it was like a dark, gritty comic. And like then it was like they didn't do that as movies, and then they were like, no, we're going to do those movies as comics though. And like, so these stories already all happened, and like, for the most part, at least loosely based. The movies are, because I'm pretty sure the Infinity Saga was a comic, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
So like when you're watching these Marvel movies with like Endgame and Infinity War and all this shit, the comics already wrote this story. They just called a few audibles along the way and to make the good for movie. And but basically that story has already been written, which is pretty cool.
They have they have fucking 80 years of material. They have so much material, man.
And that's what's been fun for me, like through Wanda, is like going back and using the internet to research, like, who the fuck, like, why is this?
Why is Vision white? Like, what's with the white Vision? That's the first thing I did. And I talked to my cousin who's been reading comics since the 80s.
Yeah.
And he was like, White Vision's like, oh yeah, fuck, he happened in this comic here and there and this, and like, here's what his deal is in the comics. So yeah, so when he watches all this shit, he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
It's always good to talk to somebody who's read the comics and you get some insight.
Yeah, totally.
And there's podcasts and shit out there, and there's plenty of websites that you can pull from, and so I mean, if you're willing to do the work, it's pretty easy to follow along. And that was the only thing holding me back, was I didn't know who the fuck any of these people were, why they're significant. Like if I had gone to see Age of Ultron as a non-fan, and then that end credit scene where it's like where Thanos is like, "Oh, fine, I'll just do it myself," that would mean nothing to me. Whereas everybody else would be like, "Oh shit," and I'd be like, "Well, what's this purple guy's deal?
Yeah.
What's up with this asshole? Like,
Yeah.
the movie's over. What's just happened?" Like,
What's the movie where Nick Fury first appears?
Iron
Is that
Man.
Iron-
It's
is that
it's
the end?
it's the first one.
So it's the end credit scene, Iron Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was I watched Iron Man in the theater just on a whim. I was like, I don't know what the fuck Iron Man's all about, but it seems pretty cool. So I went and saw it. It was rad as fuck. I loved it. And then the guy I was with had read the comics, and he was like, I bet you there'll be an after credit scene. It just seems like such a comic thing to do.
Yeah.
And then like we watched, and there was an after credit scene, and then as soon as the Nick Fury guy walked out with and I was like, who the fuck's that? Who's that? And then my buddy's like, "Whoa, holy shit! I think he didn't know. I think he's like, I think they mean that to be Nick Fury. He's got the patch and everything." And I was like, "Who's that guy?" And he's like, "Well,
Samuel Jackson, man.
He does. He's like the Avengers guy." I'm like, "What the fuck are the Avengers?" That's how out of tune I was with it. Probably the same as you, Daniel. It's like.
Yeah.
And then by the time I'd kept watching Marvel movies and been like, wow, this is awesome. Watched Thor. I thought Thor was great. We should probably rank the Marvel movies. I know there's fucking like 25 of them, but
I can do that shit.
We should do a ranking.
We could wait till after Falcon, because then there's like a couple months in between Falcon and the next thing. So then we'd have time to like rank them.
All right. Write that in the old Wheels Blues fucking notepad.
We'll do.
All right.
I was gonna say, like, just with like people showing up and being excited. I was super excited when we got Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, man. There's Martian Manhunter. I was super excited about that too.
So Tyson from Man of Steel, the general guy.
Okay, yeah.
That's Martian Manhunter.
And Martian Manhunter is a villain?
No, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Okay, that's good.
He's in the original Justice League.
Okay.
There's a really cool scene where like Clark's mom visits with Lois, and they're just kind of talking, and then he leaves and he's outside of her like apartment, whatever, and then you just see like the eyes glow and he turns and you're like, whoa. That was the one big thing where like there was a review and I was like, I know who that is. That's Martian Manhunter.
It was pretty rad.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a really cool reveal.
Yeah, like when they revealed Thanos, I had no clue who the fuck that was.
like
I had no clue. I was like, who's the guy with the liney chin? I don't know who that guy is.
Nice.
What's up with this burn victim? Who is this guy?
What the fuck's going on? I don't know.
Well, the movie's over. What? Why? Why would you introduce the character at the end?
It's a new guy. What's going on?
What's this guy?
Man, that was fantastic though, because like knowing what happens and then going back and watching the movies and then seeing, like, I had no idea that cut scene was there.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had seen like Infinity War already. So then when Thanos does that, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, holy fuck.
If I had seen that before, I would have been lost. I would have just left the theater angry.
But you know that now, like when Marvel releases like new movies, you're not gonna know who the fuck's in the end scene again. You'll be like, I don't know who the fuck. But you're gonna be like, I bet you it's gonna be awesome.
But it'll be fun for me now because I'll be like, okay, well, let's see. Now I can go back and research, and I'm sure it'll tie into something that I am familiar with or that I have.
That's what happened with me with Agatha Harkness. I was like, who the fuck's Agatha Harkness? I'm like, fucking, it meant nothing to me. I'm sure it was supposed to be this big thing. And then I Googled it and I'm like, oh, she's in the comics, Wanda. Okay.
Yeah.
She's Wanda a bit. And okay.
You guys are in for a treat. In the next like couple of years, there's going to be like so many new different characters that you guys have no idea about. You guys are in for treats.
And when they start releasing
lots of treats.
when they release Fantastic Four again, and hopefully it's the first Fantastic Four movie that's good.
It's Marvel. It'll be good.
Yeah. And then they're gonna probably tap into the X-Men again.
Yep.
And it's I mean, the future is so bright for that.
Oh, it's that bright. It's as bright as that light over my shoulder. Right there.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Actually, Justin, I kind of want to borrow that encyclopedia that you have. Is that Marvel?
Yeah, it is. I have a DC one too.
I'd love to borrow both of those. The Marvel one specifically, and just like follow up on like my characters and see.
Absolutely. It's I think it's maybe like I think I got it probably like 10 years ago, so it might be like 10 years old, so there's going to be some newer characters that aren't included, but like the main, like lots of all the like main big characters will be in there. I think there's probably only a couple of the newer characters that won't be in there just because, you know, they're newer.
Yeah.
No. But on that note, guys, I know you guys are on the clock today. So,
alrighty. Well, I'm at Tin Can Blues. You can find me at Tin Can Blues on Twitter, Instagram, that sort of thing. And our I keep wanting to say Facebook page. I have no idea why. Our website is wheelsbluespodcast.wixsite.com/mysite. You can go on there and listen to the pod, read the blogs, look at our Instagram. It's all on there.
And buy our shit.
Yeah, you can go in there and buy our shit too. We have masks that are on there as well.
Yeah,
I don't know how
be
good
like
they work.
Be like shirt one and be a Wheels Blues hero.
There you go.
Actually,
Eric, face mask.
Eric, you should get Greg to review the mask. Like, ask him how the mask is.
Well, I'm sure he'll hear this and he'll give us a detailed.
Yeah, for sure.
Snap some photos. Put it on the twits.
Yeah.
Shirt one.
Come on, shirt one. Come on, let's go. What's going on here?
Let's see that mug.
And I'm at Mighty Wheels, and you can follow our Facebook page, Wheels Blues Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff.
And I'm at Eric_83, and I'm just Justice Leaguing it for now. I'm probably gonna watch it again. So
Told you.
Fuck
yeah, man.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
We're a loud bunch.
How's it going?
But I don't know if it's
What do you mean you don't? Well, you know, I'm Justin, and that's Tyson. You know who we are.
Geez, Justin almost forgot my name there for a second.
Yeah, that's because I'm old now.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Awesome.
Oh, you're gonna go to bed?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
bud.
Okay.
Almost nighttime, but still sunny.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you.
I'm still going to bed though.
Okay.
Yeah, you still gotta go to bed. Yeah.
Can I
Is you-
sit on the chair?
Well, you said you're going to bed, and I'm gonna get up right quick. Okay.
You
Good
giving us-
night to everybody.
Or am I
Night,
gonna
Tommy.
be
Have a-
talking
Good night, Tommy.
have a good sleep, okay, buddy?
Bye, buddy.
Okay. Should I go brush your teeth?
Well, I was gonna do this for now, but but I can't. I'm due.
Okay. Say goodnight. Good night, loser.
Good night, loser.
You knucklehead.
It's you. You're the one.
Gee.
You're the bad influence in that household.
Yeah, it's me, all right.
It's you.
It was me all along.
Oh, Austin.
All right.
All right.
So what do we got? We got Justice. So, Justin, you watched Falcon?
Yeah, I did. That's
So
fine.
you can go into it a little bit if you want. Like,
Yeah, it's spoiler free as you can, just like impressions and what have you.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I took notes, so I can do that. Yeah, sure.
Quite literally, the only thing I got is the Peterborough United update for the week. That's it.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I think a big chunk is probably just going to be like Justice League.
Yeah.
And then we'll do we'll update the football.
Yeah, I literally only had time to watch Justice League, Falcon, and do homework. That's all I did this week.
Wow, you only had time to watch a fucking 8-hour fucking movie.
It's 4 hours, precious. And you watched what, like 20 episodes of Ted Lasso like a week ago?
There's only 10.
Oh, sorry, you watched 10 hours of Ted Lasso?
Yeah, over the course of like a week and a half.
You got to do what I do, and you have to download episodes and then just get a little stand for your phone so you can just like fucking drive around and
Yeah, just like look over every once in a while. It's completely safe.
Just install
of course.
those like mobile DVD players in your truck.
Hey guys, before we get into it, mark your calendars. May 29th.
Okay.
If Wheels is vaccinated, you guys want to watch Champions League football? It's like the Super Bowl for European football.
That's really not what I thought you were gonna say, but cool. Yes.
Oh.
No.
What did you think I was gonna say?
I thought you had something like exciting for the podcast. But yeah, Champions League, Super Bowl, absolutely. I will totally watch that.
I mean, it's the two best teams in Europe. The problem is I think it's being played in Turkey, so with the time change, it might start at like 11 a.m.
Sleepover.
Yeah, it's like night. It's like pod night, sleepover. Like Inga, I'll be home on Sunday.
Cool. Awesome.